Hey guys, it's me again. Putting out another video today because the first one I did wasn't super. I didn't like it too much. I'm not gonna take it down because the only reason I don't like it is because I'm wrong. Didn't realize the Star Wars was a book series and kind of that makes the whole book, thing kind of pointless. Well, I did want to talk to you guys about because I wasn't happy with the first video, but I did finish Glitch Chasers with the wife and the kid, and I wanted to talk about how I was wrong in the last video, and that's kind of why I want to put up more, is to kind of put up a secondary, like a. So, I finished the season, right? So, animation's still really good. It doesn't feel like it drops any. The references are still good. The characters actually develop a lot throughout the series, and you get to see a lot of different tech. And the tech is still kind of played as like OP, not like OP, but it's like, oh, you broke it, that's fine. And a lot of episodes kind of deal with that thing. And so I wanted to get at the point that I made in the last video where I felt like the show is developing the girl more, which is that's on me. That's you can ridicule me for that. So next episode, I was proven wrong because there's a possessor glitch that he took the dude's friend, and you find out in the episode the dude, the last time he seen him they were like 10, and he hasn't seen him in years, and the whole time he's trying to hunt the ghost, he's trying to hunt the glitch, he's trying to just be with his friend, and she's like, no, we gotta work, and he's like, please let me just hang out with my friend, please. And then the whole episode he's like, you abandoned me, and it's like, that's the ghost talking. He's like, no, it's not the ghost, it's you fucking abandoned me, dude. And in the end, they definitely get a resolution, which is nice. I wish they brought up him more in the season, but it feels like everybody gets their own episode, and I really really like that, because I like it and I don't like it, because I feel like with her family you get to see it a lot more, but with him you don't really get to see much of the food truck anymore, and I kind of want more of him, but it feels like he has more personal growth while she has more. He has more inner and she has more outer growth, and she definitely learns. Her pet. They have an episode where that happens, where she doesn't realize that she knows it's a pet that's alive, but they kind of teach her like, hey, it's still a game thing. It still has needs that aren't really met in the real world. But I kind of just want to talk about more of the. I don't know if I want to go through the plot line of each individual character and kind of, shorten it out, or talk about how I feel about it as a whole, but I think I'm going to talk about it as like a product. So I wanted to talk about it because it was originally supposed to be on Nickelodeon, and I don't know if they didn't feel comfortable with it or finish it, because definitely episode 9 doesn't feel like a season finale. It definitely feels like a part 1. And I know they're not doing much with the turtles. I really wish they would take the crew and work on this one more. I like I like everything about it. I like this. I mean, I feel like there's still some characters missing, like not growth, but I feel like the world around them kind of feels. It's definitely a one shot episode, but you kind of like little stuff in between. I'm don't know if I want it to be that or not, but I feel like Nickelodeon just put their eggs one basket. If TMNT gets another season along the line, I'd like more Glitch Chasers. And it's not just a fluid animation, but I feel like it's something that, not as a gamer, but as like an adult, I like seeing the development of animation, especially with 2D, where they're just having fun with it. They're just doing crazy shit, and you can see all the weapons, the designs. I mean, a lot of the references are really funny. Like in Castlevania, it was a Castlevania episode, and they get trapped in it. And it's like, oh yeah, all the RPG where it's like, oh, you didn't pick up this small weapon, you didn't like, the dialogue, oh, bosses you can't beat, and they kind of reference the die monster, but it's like really really broken. I think that's funny. But yeah, and it's like also they reference the ghouls and goblins where you have to beat the game like twice or beat it in reverse or something to get the real boss, which is pretty cool. And it feels like they definitely understand what they're referencing a lot more than a certain job related, super reference heavy show about a child working at a job. But I also like their coworkers, the way they work together, and you kind of learn more about each one of them. Like I think all of her family gets an episode. He gets like he doesn't really have anybody. It's weird, but he kind of has an outer journey as like a leader, like an inner journey, but he deals with like the other crewmates around him and respect and not just being a dunce. But she kind of deals more with like trying not to just worry about herself, and not like she's like that, but I feel like she just doesn't, she kind of just runs and doesn't think about people behind her. But besides that, I really really want more of it, and I don't know what Nick wants to do with it, and I really think they should. But after finishing it, I definitely liked seeing his relationship with his friend. The whole episode. It's kind of cliche. But the thing is, like, it was an episode about, oh, you deal with your friends, you kind of get your old friends, you get your bad habits back. Which is it was said in a lot, and I'm like, damn, that really be relatable. Like, it has like deep shit in it. It just, I don't know. It's always that you do crazy shit with your old friends, and I'm like, man, yeah, you smoke, you drink a little bit. But with her, it was like there's episodes where they deal with Mitch and trying to actually get their job done. There's episodes where they try to deal with the other teammates, and there's episodes where they deal, like, I think each individual teammate gets an episode besides the boss. And I like the team of three when Mitch gets sick, and you kind of learn that like his team does not like him. They just get the job done, and they're like, yeah, we're kind of done with that. And it's cool to see that, like, it's not that Mitch is a bad character or a future villain, but you can, he's the butt of the joke. Like, the whole thing was he was in control, and now you kind of see that it's shifting where everybody is kind of like, yeah, we're all equal, we're all getting better, and it just doesn't feel like one person kind of runs it anymore. What else happened? There was the episode with both of her sisters where the first one was learning, like, her sister basically being like, well, I like doing stuff, but high school is bad, and it's just kind of like a self-image episode where she's like, you know what, fuck it. And the other one was with, her helping out her younger sister, which she's like meh getting along with. But it's nice to see her kind of build up her family dynamic, especially with her mom, and especially with, just in the beginning, you can kind of see everything's kind of rough, but now that she's kind of the center with her job, her mom's happy, she's paying attention. But one of the better episodes, I really like seeing the tech, but they had an episode with the animals. They had an episode where they talked about how the companion pets work, that they're more than just, programs. They're organic in a way. They have an organic mindset. And the dude gets like a robot. It's cool. The girl learns that, like, from the game, the thing, it needs a certain thing from the game because that's what it's programmed. And in the end, you can tell episode 9 is not the last episode. It's just all they made, and I really hope they make more. But as a secondary for the video, I kind of wanted to talk more about the episodes and talk about that, and I think I got everything I wanted out. But my biggest thing is go watch it, make sure they get more episodes, and just try to support it. And hope you guys have a good night.